In the closing years of the 13th century, a quiet but decisive transformation was taking place on the frontier lands of Anatolia. What had once been a fragile border region between crumbling empires was becoming the birthplace of a new political power. In 1299, Osman Bey, leader of a small Turkic principality, made a bold declaration of independence from Seljuk authority. This moment would later be remembered as the official founding of what became the Ottoman state, a polity that would grow into one of history's most influential empires. At the time, the Seljuk Sultanate of Rum, which had dominated much of Anatolia, was weakening under the pressure of Mongol invasions and internal divisions. Central authority had eroded, leaving frontier leaders to govern their territories with increasing autonomy. Among these frontier rulers was Osman Bey, whose domain lay along the Byzantine border in northwestern Anatolia. Positioned at the edge of two worlds, his principality became a magnet for warriors, settlers, and religious leaders seeking opportunity and protection. Osman's declaration of independence was not a sudden rebellion, but the culmination of years of gradual consolidation. He had already strengthened his position by uniting local tribes and forging alliances with influential families. His leadership style combined military skill with pragmatic governance. By offering stability and prospects for expansion, he attracted a steady flow of followers, including experienced fighters eager to participate in campaigns against neighboring Byzantine territories. The symbolic act of independence in 1299 represented more than a break from Seljuk oversight. It signaled the emergence of a new political identity centered on Osman's authority. Coins were minted, justice was administered in his name, and administrative structures began to form. These early institutions laid the groundwork for a state that would blend Turkic traditions with Islamic governance and frontier pragmatism. Military expansion played a crucial role in reinforcing this newfound independence. Osman's forces launched a series of targeted raids and sieges against Byzantine strongholds. These operations were not random acts of plunder, but calculated efforts to secure strategic positions and trade routes. Each successful campaign expanded the principality's resources and prestige, strengthening Osman's claim to sovereign rule. Equally important was the social dimension of Osman's leadership. The frontier environment fostered a culture of cooperation among diverse groups. Muslim settlers, Christian communities, and nomadic tribes coexisted within the growing territory. Osman's administration adopted flexible policies that allowed local populations to maintain certain customs while integrating into the new order. This inclusive approach contributed to stability and economic growth. Religious legitimacy also played a significant role in the formation of the early Ottoman state. Spiritual leaders and scholars supported Osman's rule, framing his campaigns as part of a broader struggle to defend and expand Muslim lands. Their endorsement enhanced his authority and helped unify his followers under a shared ideological vision. Over time, this fusion of political ambition and religious purpose became a defining characteristic of Ottoman governance. The Declaration of Independence marked a turning point in regional power dynamics. As Seljuk influence waned, Osman's principality emerged as a rising force capable of shaping events along the Byzantine frontier. Neighboring rulers began to recognize the new state's growing strength. Trade networks adjusted to the shifting balance of power, and diplomatic contacts increased as the Ottomans established their presence. Despite its modest beginnings, the Ottoman state demonstrated remarkable resilience. Osman and his successors focused on building durable institutions rather than pursuing reckless expansion. Administrative practices were refined, tax systems organized, and military structures strengthened. These measures ensured that territorial gains could be sustained and integrated effectively. The year 1299 is often cited by historians as the formal birth of the Ottoman state, though the process of state formation was gradual and complex. Osman's declaration provided a focal point around which collective identity and political ambition coalesced. It transformed a frontier principality into an emerging state with a clear sense of direction and purpose. In retrospect, this moment stands as one of the pivotal events in medieval history. From a small base in Anatolia, the Ottoman state would expand across continents, influencing politics, culture, and economics for centuries. The foundations laid during Osman's rule proved adaptable and enduring, enabling rapid growth in the generations that followed. The Declaration of Independence was therefore not merely a local political act. It was the beginning of a historical trajectory that reshaped vast regions of the world. Osman Bey's leadership, strategic vision, and ability to mobilize diverse communities set the stage for the rise of a new empire. What started as a frontier assertion of autonomy became the cornerstone of a state whose legacy continues to attract global attention. Today, scholars view the events of 1299 as a testament to the transformative power of leadership and circumstance. In an era marked by fragmentation and uncertainty, Osman's principality capitalized on opportunity and forged a new path. The Declaration of Independence symbolized both an end and a beginning, the decline of Seljuk authority and the ascent of a state that would leave a lasting imprint on history. As the Ottoman state entered the 14th century, it carried forward the momentum generated by its founding moment. Expansion, institution building, and cultural integration would define its early decades. Yet at the heart of this remarkable journey remained the decisive step taken in 1299 when a frontier leader asserted sovereignty and initiated the rise of a new political order.